And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what I am actually going to call the finale of the English campaign.
Hail, my king!
Now, it's not the end of Medieval
Drinks
2
ready.
Total War's overall run, and I'll explain here in a bit. Basically, the way I see it is look at England as it is and how I built it. I beat the piss out of France. Yeah, they're taking out Denmark. Denmark's inevitably going to fall at some point. I mean, I know they're allied at the moment, but it's only a matter of time before France just wipes them off the face of the earth. We do have Poland over here. We do have Hungary down here. And when it comes to the other Catholic nations and such, honestly, I control the Pope. Therefore, I'm kind of the main seat of power, whether any of them like it or not. And as for the Middle East, well, as we saw, Turkey got its ass beat by Egypt, so Egypt pretty much owns the Middle East. And then I beat the Moors into submission. I basically own them now. The same goes with Milan. I own them. The Holy Roman Empire can't challenge anyone. And I've proven at least, yeah, we fought France, I think, 2 times as a grand total, and I beat them both times. In fact, I took all of their starting provinces away from them. So, honestly, I don't see anyone that could effectively challenge me. And saying that, yeah, you could make an argument that Hungary and Poland could unite and pretty much prove as a challenge to me, but I mean, if I advance further, I have Milan as a buffer state, and then I have France as another buffer state. And if I wanted to take France out, I could. It would take a bit, but I could do it. I've proven I could do it. So I really don't see anyone that could beat me. Now, will I revisit this campaign? Maybe. Yeah, because I'm kind of in tune with the idea of me versus the two powers in the East, and that is Poland and Hungary. However, Poland and Hungary don't get along. I think, no, the Pope reconciled them, so and then I've proven that I can take out the Inquisitors before they even have a chance to actually get at my guys. Um, so yeah, I just don't see how anyone can honestly effectively challenge England. Because let's see, who have we beat? We beat Scotland, we beat Spain, we beat Portugal, we beat the Moors, we beat Sicily. I beat France twice. I made Milan mine. I own them. They haven't tried to get their freedom. They're just like, hey, whatever. England owns us. England's the most powerful country in Europe right now. So yeah, we're okay with this. Yeah, I'm not allied to France. We're just kind of like, we have an understanding. Basically, it's like, yeah, they have our land and shit, but hey, we're over here, expanding into Denmark and all that stuff. So yay, imperialism. Then I think Poland's been my ally since a while. Then Hungary and myself, I don't think we've really had any conflicts. I mean, yeah, I've assassinated some of their people, but I've killed at least one person of each faction. So yeah, I mean, I'm not denying that England is the villains in this. That all of my actions and such, as with playing as England, have been villainous. I mean, you look at how I dealt with Spain, that was starting to actually fight back and prove as a challenge to or prove as a better or the greatest challenge I'd probably faced to that point. In fact, they gave me my first damn defeat. I mean, they beat the piss out of an army over here. Yeah, it took them 3 tries, but they still did it, and they managed to push Alexander back, which I think it was right here. Yeah, so they essentially beat my 2 best generals in the same go, and that's when I'm like, all right, I got to figure out a way to beat these guys, and of course I figured it out. I used shenanigans and I cheated. So, and it's like, hey, King William II's a vicious, evil bastard who doesn't care about playing fair. He doesn't care about honor. He just cares about doing something. He cares about having a goal and getting that goal done, regardless of what the means of it is. I would say the only wars I was justified in was against Scotland, and then against the France. Yeah, the first time it was France. The second encounter we had was kind of accidental. They just happened to stumble into one of my armies that struck back, and it just escalated from there. And then with Spain, I was trying to help them out with Portugal, but they decided, no, we don't want your interference. So, England pulls in America and says, hey, we're going to stabilize the region. And then the locals were like, hell no. And then, of course, I wipe out Portugal, and then now I have to fight Spain. And I would say the only war I was not justified in was over here, if I had to make an argument. And then, but the Moors, I did make plans to invade them, but they kind of made it easier for me by invading me first. I was like, oh, well, I planned on invading you guys anyway. Thanks for giving me the justification to do it anyways. Then Sicily. Yeah, Sicily attacked me first, and I just gradually expanded into them, even though the Pope's like, stop it. But I mean, even if the Pope said, yeah, you're all declared heretics. Well, I've got 3 castles and 2 cities down here with the general, I believe, in here. Yeah, I've got this guy. So the Pope decides, yeah, fuck England. All right, everybody get together. Let's march north. And then, I don't know if Milan would strike against me, but if they did, that'd be a dumb decision. Admittedly, their Pavese crossbowmen would give me a fucking struggle to deal with. I think the only country I haven't had any real encounters with is Venice. Because, let's see, with Poland I'm allied with. Hungary I've killed some of their people. Namely their princesses and diplomats and such. Russia, I've killed a few of them. Egypt I fought, I think, maybe twice. Not in a war, it was just kind of like a battle, what have you. Because I think they owned Palma, and then I took it from them. The Byzantines I didn't have much encounters with. In fact, are the Byzantines even still alive? Surprisingly, they are, but they just own, looks like, 4 tidbits. Yeah, because, then Sicily just has that. Venice has roads. And there, so Milan's pretty much been a power in their own right. Now that I look at it, it looks like Russia's starting to overwhelm Poland. That, or they're just having back and forths. Oh, I take that back. Denmark's got land up here. So yeah, even if they lose down, where is it? Here, I've got this little setup here. I don't think they're allied to Russia. See, Denmark. They're allied to France, Sicily, the Turks, and Poland. I think France owns them, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, France owns them, and France is allied to Milan. Yeah, so my only standing enemy right now is Sicily, but even then, I think, because it says so-so, so I think they're kind of over it. They're, accepting of the fact that I beat their ass. Then, yeah, I'm allied with Poland, whose relations I have is outstanding. Very good relations with them. Then Milan and the Moors, they're okay with me owning them. Then, as for over here, I'm not entirely sure when you actually get to go over here. I want to say it's towards the latter parts of the game, which, honestly, I'm not even sure why it's included. Never mind the fact that it's, geographically way off. Yeah, because Florida is not, a short trip away from fucking Ireland. America should be more down here. Or, no, not down here, but more... Trying to get it right. Yeah, actually, more down here. But, hey, it is what it is. So, yeah, there's an overview of the map and where everybody stands. So, yeah, this video is probably going to be relatively short because I'm just saying, hey, this is the end, Holy shit, Egypt. All the damn armies they got. Then again, I would actually argue that Egypt's been more successful than me. I mean, because they own an entire region. I own, let's see. See, I own Spain. I own Northwest Africa. I own Palma, but that's nothing to really brag about. I own Southern Italy. I own France. The British Isles, and I also own Scandinavia minus the 3 regions in Denmark. But Egypt owns Turkey, Jerusalem, all these nice little resources they got here, so I'm sure they've got the biggest economy. I wouldn't put it past them to have that. But yeah, like I said, there's really there's no single power that could challenge me except for Egypt, but we're, divided by a multitude of factions. Admittedly, our borders touch here, but I have no interest in taking Tunis from them. Actually, I could take it from them. I could even take Tripoli from them. And Benghazi, but then, and then I'd be right here along their main provinces, and then it'd just be a matter of holding them at the Gaza Strip here. But I'm not going to do that, because what I'm going to do instead, folks, is I'm actually going to play as a couple of other factions. England might be the longest one overall, but I will be playing, I think I actually intend to play as France, maybe the Holy Roman Empire, but at some point I will play one of the factions that start over here, so that way we can fight on this side of the map and then see how things go in Western Europe. Because if I play as the Byzantines, I'm 100%, or Byzantines or Russia, I'm 100% independent from the Catholic nations, and then the Middle Eastern nations. So I'm 100% on my own to do what I like. So even if I invade, let's say, Milan, or if I invade Hungary, there's nothing the world. The Pope could declare a crusade against me, but I don't think the Pope. Actually, no, I don't think the Pope can declare crusades against the Byzantines. But I think that's one of their big perks is that you're not affiliated with the Pope, you don't have a voice there, but at the same time, you cannot have a crusade declared against you. However, you can have a jihad declared against you if you take, one of Egypt or Turkey's cities. So you can have a jihad declared against you. So if I did play as the Byzantines, I probably would spend more time fighting these clowns, taking this tidbit over, and then eventually moving over, taking back Rome and saying, "Hey, the Roman Empire is reborn." So I think that would be a fun tidbit to do. Russia, I'm not too big on, but I will look and see what they have. Because I think it would be interesting to play as them and fight the Polish and Hungarian factions. Possibly even fight Denmark. But I want to say they're mostly like raider type of units. Because I think in the original game, they're not actually playable. I could be wrong. Oh, wait, no. In this game, all of the factions are playable except for the Pope. That's right. So yeah, every faction's playable except for the Pope. Now, would I play as the Pope? I'm actually curious as to how the fuck that would even work. Like, how do I excommunicate people? Unless, of course, I just play as the faction and the actual, AI of the Pope does his own thing. But then again, if I'm the Pope and I invade another faction that's Catholic, do I get excommunicated? Does the Pope excommunicate himself? Does he excommunicate the Papal States? So it's like, yes, everybody in this room, you're excommunicated by me. No, I'm not leaving. I'm going to sit right here. Still going to stay in Rome. But yeah, Rome itself excommunicated. In fact, I want a crusade declared on this city right now. I need all you heathens killed. It's like, what's to stop them from just saying, fuck that, and then killing him. Saying, yeah, the Pope didn't say that. What gave you that idea? But the reason why I would play as, let's say, France with the Holy Romans is that, again, perspective-wise, plus, with the French, it's more of how well I utilize my cavalry, so, I could get some slight revenge against Spain down here. And then the Holy Romans, I think, are just, early on, they're like one of the most powerful factions. But they start, they start off in, the center of the map here. So it's like you've got the Danish up here, you've got the French down here, you've got the Milanese, Venetians over here, and then you've got Poland and Hungary to contend with over there. So you're surrounded, essentially. But I think you just pick a direction to expand, try to make nice with everybody else, and then expand in whatever direction you're headed for. But if I play as France, I'd have to fight against a AI or a English AI, which I've actually never fought an English AI. As funny as that is to say, I have never fought an English AI. I have played as France, but that was in the vanilla game, and I actually allied England, and we stayed allied until I think roughly the end of it, and I just kind of stopped playing because I'm like, I'm bored of this now, so I'm just gonna move forward. So let's see here. Look at my family tree. I mean, yeah, you look at it. I'd say England's set for the future. God, family tree is huge. John of Rochester died 1100. He died a while ago. Robert the Profane. Yeah, he died over here. Hubert the Wrathful. Or Herbert. Is it Hubert? Yeah, it's Hubert. Edmund of Pickering. Matilda died peacefully in 1092. Well, they died in the same year. Actually, I think everything in here is a year behind. Actually is... Yep, Constance is still alive. King William the Profane. Edward the Crusader. So yeah, since he's about to die, let me see. Because he's 52, he's 56. I think the crown would next pass to either Edward or Richard Cook, or possibly Henry Hick. Or it might even pass to Alexander. Well, no, because, yeah, it goes through them. So it would have to be, it would be Richard Cook that it would go to. And then he would undoubtedly, or he would possibly be king for maybe like a year. Then it would pass to either Ralph or William. Otherwise, I'm not entirely sure how it works in Medieval 2. I think it's kind of dumb that you can't choose an heir of your own, decision making. I think that's kind of. I just don't like it. I mean, I get that it's supposed to be a certain way, and that the law works in a certain way, but who's to say somebody doesn't politically maneuver their way up the chain? So yeah, I would say towards the end we had a few casualties of war. I mean, and the only real bishop I lost was, we lost Aston of St. Albans. He died, I think, the last turn. And then Richard Nash, I think, is the one that became the second pope, and then I wasn't happy with him, so I had him assassinated. It's like, hey, you either play the game or you die. And he died. Then killed that Polish pope who was like, stop fighting Sicily. I'm like, bitch, I do what I want. Don't like it? Kill you and replace you. And hey, lo and behold, it's what I did. So that being said, folks, for now, this will be the end for me playing as England. I will potentially come back to this one, and we'll see how things go from there, but I think that'll be later on down the line. That's so I don't burn myself on this game, and I can show you guys other factions and how they work and such. So, with that being said, folks, I'm Luke Blight, and this has been Medieval 2 Total War, and I shall see you all for whatever Let's Play I take on next.